Hey guys, welcome back to CLOWNFISH TV. This is Neon. I'm here again with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about the fallout from last week's She-Ra reveal. Now, we were actually out of town for about a week, and all hell broke loose over this cartoon.
Well, in San Diego, too. I mean, a lot of things came up.
Yeah, a lot of things came up.
We were away, so, we couldn't do anything until today, but, yeah.
So, there's been a lot of feedback, a lot of talk about She-Ra, and of course, kind of like we predicted, you've got a lot of people rushing to the defense.
Oh, this is called, this is when they send everybody out to do damage control. This is called damage control.
And I think it's been damaged, because what I'm seeing, I mean, this is just me, but what I'm seeing on Twitter is mostly the only folks that are getting excited about She-Ra are like the Tumblr cartoonists. Actual people don't seem to be that excited about.
No. Oh, you mean there's women that aren't excited?
Yeah,
because all I'm hearing about are the Manbabies.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm going to show you some of these headlines here. Well, first I want to show folks this though. This is very telling. So you have a big spread in Entertainment Weekly announcing the return of a beloved '80s franchise, and you put a whole bunch of brand new pictures up on Facebook, and the most followers you can muster up are 2,400. 2,400. I think CLOWNFISH TV on Facebook has more followers than this, and we don't even try at Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there.
When we got back, I just happened to search it on the plane, or whatever, but not on the plane, but before I got on the plane, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's all these articles popping up about, damage control articles, and you said, let me guess, and you started naming the different places, and it was all the right ones, because they're like the same old people who go rushing to defend it, making sure that we have to get it in there, that we're pro these people.
Yeah, pro these people. Yeah, they're definitely the far left media with, I guess we can call it the SJW infection.
And 10 to 1, they're mostly written by women. They have to make sure they go.
No, there's a lot of guys. Well,
I think go get a woman from our staff to write these articles quickly. So we have, but if you're against it, being a female, your opinion doesn't count. Yeah,
all the usual suspects: Vox, Polygon, Nerdist, Advocate, Screen Rant, Uprocks. People can't stop clowning on the incels who are mad about blah blah. I mean, just these headlines are ridiculous.
It's clear. It's not. It's just like Star Wars. It's clear. It's not going to be a fair look at it. This is called damage control. These people are bought off to go over here and be like, oh, it's fine, or look how progressive we are. And here's the thing: what's making me mad about this, the most mad about all of this, is that they're keep going about the Manbabies and the crybaby boys. And how people are like, oh, they can't play, their Winky can't get hard now. They can't play with their Winky over She-Ra and all this stuff. And I'm mad about that, because most people I'm seeing who hate it are women.
Yeah, you're not seeing that. You're not seeing what the actual, because if you look at some of the Facebook comments on their Facebook page, a lot of the people who are hating on the She-Ra designs are women.
They're women.
That's not She-Ra. This looks terrible. Big fail. It's horrendous.
Well, that's a guy, but those two are girls.
Well, there's a woman, and he's got long hair. It's a woman.
Yeah, what the F is this BS? See, the thing is, what I'm mad about is...
her opinion counts more because she's a woman and a woman of color, and she hates...
Here's my thing that makes me angry, is that it's just like the Star Wars narrative. There is no actual, let's look at what's wrong, look what people think, and we're going to acknowledge it. No, we have to immediately go to misogyny. And you're just misogyny. You're just mad because she isn't hot, and it's sexism and misogyny, and that's not what's going on, because most of the people who hate it are women, and they're ignoring everybody who hates it that are women, because that goes against the narrative they're trying to spin, which is everybody loves it, women love it. It's just these guys who are mad about it. Same with Star Wars.
Like, I loved it. Like, look, incels. Okay, so incels. For those of you who aren't into Reddit and all the junk, it's basically involuntarily celibate males, guys who feel like they can't date because women have gone crazy these days. They're just basically using it as a catch-all term for what used to be the basement dwellers, now an incel. So,
isn't it sexy for some men? I'm a woman and I hate it. This is what's making me so angry.
This literally is one of the stupidest, dumbest headlines I've ever read of anywhere on Uproxx.
Oh, it's written by a guy because we have to make sure we have to slap down all the men. Hey, Caleb, guess what? Mostly women hate it. You know, you're sitting here trying to make sure everybody knows how down you are with everything, and it's like women are the ones hating it, and the narrative they're spinning, which is why I know this is damage control, is don't listen to the naysayers. They're all men who are just mad. But you know what? That's not true.
True.
A lot of women, and what kills me is too. There's a lot of people doing art on Twitter, and what's funny to me is all these fan art pieces are coming up on Twitter, and they look like a woman. Yeah. I can't wait for the new She-Ra, and they do fan art, and even though they make it flatter chested, the face, the hair, it looks like a woman.
Yeah, there actually was some really decent fan art.
Yeah, some She-Ra cartoon isn't sexy enough for some men. I'm like, it's not about sexiness. It's about the fact that She-Ra was She-Ra, and the whole name part of She-Ra was that she was, kick-ass and girly at the same time. It's not about being sexy or not. I'm one of the first people complaining about her not having boobs. Yeah, and I'm a girl. But girls don't count because it destroys the narrative of whiny man babies.
Okay, so let's just take and look at some of this fan art, because we've actually looked at, and like Geeky said, a lot of the fan art is actually better.
Look, looks like a girl.
Still looks like a girl, yeah.
I mean, the costume, they get flashbacks, but the face looks like a girl. Even though it still looks a little like boyish. You can tell it's a girl.
Yeah, femme, yeah.
Definitely femme in the next one.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's girls. That one looks like kind of a guy, actually.
Kind of, yeah.
That looks like a dude. In between. Definitely a girl. Definitely feminine. Look, they even gave her blush and turned her nose up and made her cute. These all look like girls. See, if they actually had a cartoon that looked like girls, people wouldn't be pissed. I'm just saying. It looks like a girl. That's it. Jackson, maybe.
Yeah, I just... here we've gone full Steven Universe. But, I mean... This is kind of what,
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm laughing about it because of fan art. I love it. You guys don't know what you're talking about. But when they draw the art for fan art, they all make sure she looks like a girl. Do you notice this?
Yeah.
It's like the image they showed looks very male, and the image they keep trying to promote, I noticed that they changed it on the Facebook page, is the one image that looks like it's the box art image, where it looks feminine, and that image, that piece of crap image down below, go back down. That image, they keep trying to bury a little bit, but they're all doing fan art, and they all look like a girl. That still looks like a dude.
But that's actually a production. That's a production.
I know. It's actually from the show, which means that when she turns into She-Ra, she becomes He-Ra.
Yeah. This looks like it's like promotional art or something. It looks like a totally different art style.
It's not even about the boobs. It's like the shoulders are too broad. It's a man's body, a man's face. Even the boobs not considered. It looks like a guy. And all the fan art be like, oh, I'm loving it. I'm going to prove to you I'm doing fan art. And almost every piece of fan art looks like a girl.
Yeah.
So when the fan art looks more feminine than your actual art, you got a problem.
Yeah, I know. That's usually not a very good sign. So here's what's interesting. San Diego Comic-Con, there was literally nothing on the new She-Ra show.
I was surprised by that.
At San Diego. We're only 4 months out from this show dropping. There's no trailer. This is the first that we've seen any production art for it. It's been in production for a couple of years now. There's no trailer. You'd think San Diego Comic-Con, they would make a big deal about the new She-Ra show coming to Netflix. But what Mattel does instead... I
love this, though. I love this so much.
Okay, Mattel has got these prototypes up of these new She-Ra toys, all of them based on the classic incarnation of She-Ra.
Yeah, why would they do that? Why would they bring out a bunch of toys that are the classic version of She-Ra? Not the new version of She-Ra that they're supposed to be okay with.
Right.
The classic version everybody wants.
Because this is what Mattel wants to sell. Okay, so this is the 2016 San Diego Comic-Con
which
She-Ra.
I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, this is the giant She-Ra doll that Geeky has on our desk over here. The 12-inch She-Ra, she's no longer available. Now, here's the thing. They released some other potential action dolls that they're going to make. They have hashtags. If you look at the hashtags, hashtag tell Mattel, hashtag we want more She-Ra.
Yes, people, so go out and tell Mattel you want more She-Ra. The original She-Ra, not this crap.
Yeah, because Mattel is apparently paying attention to these hashtags, tell Mattel and we want more She-Ra, in regards to the classic version of She-Ra.
So spread the word, please, for my sake, because I want this, and he's going to show it to you. I want that. I want that very much. So tell Mattel we want more She-Ra, and we want more Catra.
This is one badass looking.
Not
character.
the anime, every cliche anime stereotype girl ever.
Like
every cliche anime
this
girl
is
stereotype
Merle
ever.
From Escaflowne. This is Merle.
I keep loving how I don't like cliches, but I keep clichéing everything.
Yeah, I know.
This is Catra. This
She's
is actually
amazing.
Catra. And I want her to go with my She-Ra. So please, tell Mattel. Hashtag tell Mattel. Hashtag we want more She-Ra. If you go off that onto their main thing, there it tells you here. Hashtag tell Mattel. Hashtag we want more Masters of the Universe. Hashtag we want more She-Ra. Okay, go ahead and show them the other cool ones.
This is how you tell Mattel.
They're looking for this stuff.
Who owns She-Ra. Okay, Mattel owns She-Ra. They own Masters of the Universe. This is how you tell them what you actually want.
It's like, I will buy every one of these prototypes. Just give me this and not whatever that is.
Okay, so also in addition to Catra and She-Ra, they're looking at the possibility of making
I'd buy that
Teela.
too. I'd totally buy that.
I'm not sure.
And
what's
look,
up
she's
with the
got
fur.
boobs, and they're accentuated, but they're boobs. She's not allowed to have boobs. What do you think? It's for us and not for little kids? Go ahead.
She's cool though.
She is cool.
She's very cool.
She's got redhead.
She is a redhead.
I like her.
And of course, we've got to have a baddie. So we've got Evil
Look
Lynn.
how awesome they are.
All of these with Cat. Actually, if they went and did an entire line of like 16-inch.
Oh, but you know what? These are 12-inch dolls.
I'm sorry, 12-inch dolls.
They're 12-inch dolls.
Oh, no, they call them figures. They're
yes,
12-inch
but they're
figures
dolls.
for
They're
girls.
dolls. Oh no, you can't say that because it's not for you. It's not for girls. It's not for but they're making dolls. So I thought they were going on about how they have to keep her make her look like a dude because it's an action hero.
Yeah.
She can be an action hero.
Look at those muscles on her arms. She's got muscles on her arms and legs, and yet she still looks
like a
woman.
girl.
That's amazing. The sculpting power. Look at those. The shoulders.
Well, that's also the socket too, kind of moves.
Yeah, I know,
but
but I'm just saying it's still a feminine build
Look how
with
awesome
muscle.
she is.
Catra's very awesome.
I want her. So please go hashtag as much as you can because I very much want this doll. So and then show them the other stuff. It's not related to the She-Ra rant, but there's some other cool stuff.
Some of the other Masters of the Universe they have. I love this one, Anti-He-Man. This is basically Mattel's trying to gauge what fans actually want, and I have to be thinking.
Tell them what we want.
Yeah, tell them what you want, what you don't want.
Tell them what you want, what you really, really want.
I have to be thinking they're sitting back watching this She-Ra debacle because there has been nothing on this Facebook page since they dropped She-Ra. All the She-Ra buzz has basically, it's just like Star Wars, where it's all been like people trying to smack down other people who don't like the designs because
they're not
that's
actually
the story.
addressing the issue. They're just immediately hurry up, call in the friendly media.
Friendly media.
That's what they call it, the friendly media, to do damage control and play up how great it is.
Because they want you to think that you're crazy.
But it's funny.
You to think that
most of
you're
the media
wrong.
they're promoting are media that are promoting this are media that only people that are like in circles of like comics and pop culture are going to read. The average mom isn't going to go read these articles about She-Ra. So all they're doing is preaching to the choir. That's all they're doing. That's pretty cool.
I love it. Slime Pit He-Man, because I'm trying to remember. I think in the comic, it's been years since I've read the Slime Pit comic, but I think if you got slimed by the Slime Pit, you actually turned into a Horde member, and I think that's what they're going for here. I think it's pretty cool. And then this faker with a cheesy Ben Cooper He-Man mask.
That's actually funny.
I love this. But, clearly Mattel, now what you're not seeing any prototype dolls based on the Netflix She-Ra show, which is odd because, really at the core of it, Masters of the Universe and She-Ra were toy commercials. Mm-hmm.
And Mattel owns it. Mattel is going to do another show because Mattel wants to sell toys.
But they're going to sell
goal.
these. They're going to sell.
No, they're not going to sell those unless people don't, tell them they want that. So tell everybody you want that.
Well, no, what I'm saying is this is the She-Ra they will sell. These are the He-Man figures they will sell. This stuff will sell. I don't think.
I'll buy them. I'll buy every one of those. For sure, I'd buy every one of those.
Yeah, that's very cool. She needs snake armor, though. They have to give her the snake armor.
Well, maybe they will if we sell enough. But my point is, back to what we're doing.
Hey, look,
even
Prince
Mattel.
Adam's in the background.
I think that's a woman.
It is. It's an old lady. She looks like Adam.
But I'm just saying, like, this is what people want. So Mattel, they're doing a reboot because they want to sell toys. So what toys they put out? Original She-Ra.
Yep. Yeah, and this kind of reminds me of the exact same thing happened with Transformers when the movie Transformer Designs dropped and people freaked out, myself included. Hasbro's like, hey, we got these classic figures. So they started doing the classics line.
And the classics kick butt.
They sold out all over the place. They had the commemorative edition where they re-released a lot of the 1984-85 toys. They sold out because, really the toy companies know what the collectors actually want, what's going to sell in the toy market. I don't know how all new, all different She-Ra is going to do.
Let's go back to what we're talking about.
Toy line.
Well, the other thing that they keep promoting is, one of the co-creators said that it's fine. The co-creator said that it's fine that the way she looks to change it. And we actually looked at what they said, and that's not really what they said. They kind of just said we weren't imagining her as an ideal woman. But that's not the argument here.
No, that's not the argument. And this is just, it's just like anything else. Anytime you've got like a split in fandom, it always, on the far left side, always becomes an oversimplification of what the problem actually is. And again, when you've got women like Geeky who are like, this is not the She-Ra I remember.
Well, I'm okay with some changes,
and
but this is just too far over. I mean, when it's She-Ra, you don't make it a flat-chested, teenage girl, or whatever She-Ra turns into when she turns She-Ra, because that's not she. That's a Kira. Yeah, it's just like, it's like they're going to Sailor Moon Stars, but in reverse or something, and it's just...
Yeah, I mean, this though, as a marketing guy, I'm looking at this, and I'm like, for dropping this thing on a major media outlet, Entertainment Weekly, to only have 2,000 people on Facebook.
It's not out yet either, which could be part of it.
I know, but that's not good. That's not good, because you look at Voltron.
But Voltron's out, and everybody knows it's actually good, and they didn't kill it. But my thing is, what I'm really mad about now, besides that, we already know what I'm mad about with the designs. What I'm mad about now is the whole fact that they're dismissing all these women. Yeah. There is a bunch of women who are mad about it, who don't like it. I know people that have done fan art, they've actually done fan art because they liked it, or fan art because they wished it looked like this. And all he did was use the same design, but make it look more feminine, and it looks great.
Yeah.
And we're being all dismissed because if you're not in agreement with them, you're dismissed. Because, all the women love it. You don't exist over here. And if you hate it, you're clearly a woman, or a misogynist man baby. You just want to whack off to She-Ra. And it's like,
well, if you want to whack off to She-Ra, we've got problems.
I don't. I wanted to be She-Ra. But, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, so again, once again, you can't be feminine, because if you're feminine, you're not powerful and strong. And now if you are a girl and you hate She-Ra, you don't even exist in the argument because it's not their narrative.
Yeah.
And it's bullcrap, and I'm not happy about it.
So this happens a lot with a lot of different fandoms where men...
Star Wars. I hate it, and I'm a woman.
Pesky.
Why do they keep blaming men for everything? Let me guess. Thundercats Go was all men. Yeah. Or Roar. I'm sorry, I keep calling it Go because it looks like Teen Titans Go. Well, Thundercats Roar was all men. Or they're probably saying it's all man babies. Star Wars, they blame it on all man babies, even though I know a lot of women who don't like this new Star Wars. She-Ra, actually, I'm seeing way more women hate on She-Ra than men.
Yeah.
But it's all the man babies.
It's all the man babies.
Well, you man babies just, you just,
they
mess
ruin
up
everything.
the whole world.
Man babies ruin everything. Because it's an easy thing to understand.
If they're calling anybody who hates it man babies, are they assuming my gender? Are they assuming my pronoun?
Yeah.
Because they're assuming that I'm a man baby when I'm a female? I'm a woman baby. Get it right.
Clearly,
this is hilarious.
Clearly, women never get upset about progressive women never get upset about changes occurring to the things that they're fans of. So it was also announced in San Diego that Buffy, the Vampire Slayer, is getting a reboot, and that they're going to have a black woman playing Buffy. And I don't
understand what the big deal is about that.
Well, okay, and Joss Whedon, who created the character, is actually in charge of the reboot. And you would think that progressive fans would be like all over this, like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever. Buffy was too white.
Well, see, what I was worried about when they said when they said there was backlash on Buffy, my immediate thought was, well, you make it a guy and it's Buffy, and that's why the joke is because he's all buff and he's Buffy. That's what I thought I was getting mad about. And then when you said what it was, I'm like, well, that's not a reason to get mad.
It's a Blade.
It's still Buffy. Yes, a Blade.
Yeah, because you got like a buff black dude. So okay, this is Vox, which is one of the ones that's always like man babies. Vox, this is great. This is all great news for Buffy fans. However, the original series this is like a backhand slap. The original series already had multiple characters of color who could factor into an inclusive reboot, including the Black Slayer Kendra and the First Slayer, as well as other characters. As a result, some fans reacting to news of the reboot online have expressed confusion as to why a reboot has to race bend Buffy when it could simply focus on a different character. Some fans have even questioned the need for a reboot of Buffy at all, over another vampire fable written by a woman of color. You know what? This is the exact same freaking argument that male fans constantly have to defend themselves.
No, here's the thing about this. Here's the thing. Okay, so wait, first of all, here's an article about this. Now, in this one, you're allowed to not like this because they don't like it. So this is okay, and they're getting their digs in. They don't deal with the She-Ra articles. They're getting, because they're on the other side for this. All they did, yeah, I saw that.
I just have to get this in here real quick. Instead of a black Buffy, how about you just do a story of another Black Slayer? Even better, how about we just let black creators make their own things? L.A. Banks has a whole ass vampire huntress series. Joss did not invent vampire hunters. Instead of taking She-Ra and changing her into something that she's not, why don't you just
another story?
New?
Why don't you make a new story?
Because it's brand recognition.
Yeah, exactly. But to back up to the other thing up here, you're talking about, it had a lot of inclusive characters. Yeah, so did She-Ra. So did all these other shows that keep putting a dick with. They had characters that, but it's what's inclusive to them. And their argument for why they're mad about it is weaker than an argument anybody's mad about for She-Ra.
Yeah, it's almost like, oh, we already have Buffy. And Buffy already have black characters. Okay, you can say the same thing about any reboot. We already had this. The show already had XYZ. Why do you have to race bend the characters? Why
you have to gender bend the characters? Why do you have to?
Right.
I know people had a lot of problem with Ghostbusters and the female Ghostbusters. And our comment to that was, why did it be all girls? Why can't we have a mixed cast? I didn't understand why it had to be all female all of a sudden, just because it was all male back then. It's ridiculous.
And again, just one thing about Ghostbusters, which still kind of chaps me. It's like, okay, so you dismiss all the fans of the original movie who aren't on board with a reboot as being just a bunch of regressive Neanderthals, but then you have one black character and she's the only one who's not a scientist.
That's true. And then they have one male character and he's an idiot.
Yeah,
he's the eye candy moron. So it's just like, they keep trying, it's not about equality. It's about revenge, is what this whole thing's about. Yeah. It's not about inclusiveness. It's not about equality. Everything about this whole thing is revenge. How can we make them so we can get revenge? Girls want She-Ra. Girls are used to She-Ra with the She-Ra body and She-Ra. So we're going to make her look like a boy. Revenge.
Yeah, because She-Ra looked too feminine. And, I'd say when I'm growing up, but the people working on the show are, frankly, they're too young to even remember the original show. They have no attachment to it. They have no...
This generation of, everybody's a princess. Everybody's a winner. No one ever loses. Yeah. Everybody, we're all... It's like Star Wars. It was Star Wars too. You all can be a Jedi now. That's not how it works.
All princesses of power. Even Bo.
Yeah, it's like, this is not how any of this works. And the thing is, it's just like... But this is funny. Go ahead.
This is fun. Okay, Anita Sarkeesian, who, everybody loves Anita. Anita, who's very, very progressive and very, very open-minded, very, very far left. She
How come you're open-minded only if you agree with what they say?
That's the point, dear. She
someone wants her teeth knocked out.
Yeah, well,
good.
Make it up to me later. So Anita Sarkeesian, who's full of opinions, and has made many, many comments about male fans being terrible, terrible people who need to let go of the past, finds out about the Buffy reboot. I just screamed no at the top of my lungs. Why? No, please, for the love of all things of all that is good, please do not do this.
That's kind of what I said when I found Noah Stevenson was running She-Ra.
So then she clarifies, I'd be here for a show based in the same universe and lore, say, for instance, around Freya the comic. But Buffy comes from a very specific moment in media history, especially feminist media history.
As does She-Ra.
She-Ra comes from a very specific... She-Ra was like, other than Wonder Woman, she was like one of the first female superheroes, had her own show. I'm afraid no matter how talented the folks involved are, it wouldn't live up to it. You know what? This is the exact same thing that people say about every fandom when they announce a reboot. And it's not okay for them to voice their opinion because they're a bunch of man-babies.
No matter who they are,
but
they're man-babies.
Anita Sarkeesian can say this, which if she were, let's just say... I were super liberal and she were conservative, I would immediately accuse her of being like racist or something, because
you're obviously a racist.
Obviously, because if she doesn't want a reboot of Buffy, for today's audiences, because you're old
what she's
news,
saying
Anita.
is, what a lot of people said, if you're going to ruin She-Ra and make her different, then why don't you just do a different story and not call it She-Ra? And that's what she's saying. But this is like, and then I love this comment. Go ahead.
I like this guy. I'm gonna like this comment on. Here we go. Boom. It's almost like you're not the target audience of this reboot. It's for today's teenagers. The She-Ra argument.
It's not for you. And in the original video, I said first thing they're gonna say is, "But it's not for you."
First, they came for the Transformers, and I said nothing. Oh my God! Yes, you also get a like on that. Now you're on the other end of the diversity reboot perspective. Welcome to the dark side, Anita. I hope you understand where us nerds come from with other examples of this in media now. You have my support and agreement with you on this issue. She's not going to like that. Ha 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 ha. Does she say anything else, or did she just
I don't
slink
know.
away? I think she just sort of like...
I don't read the comments. I don't read the comments either. I used to, and then Tom's like, "Don't read the comments."
Don't read the comment. I mean, it depends on who's commenting.
But I'm just like, but my point is, and it's the exact same argument, but it's okay when it's okay if it's her argument. So is this person a racist? Because why would she care if it's the same story? If it's this black Buffy, I don't understand what the problem is.
The problem is she's not genuine. The problem is a lot of these SJWs.
No, I know. I was being like, it was rhetorical.
I see. I didn't catch that because I'm just a
man baby.
I'm a man baby. No.
Yes, dear.
The problem is these people are fake as hell. They're totally fine with other people's fandoms being pissed on.
As long as it's not something they like.
Right, but when something that they like gets pissed on, they get pissed off. But now you could easily turn this around on her and just say, well, you must be a racist because you're not on board with the Black Buffy.
Yeah, clearly that's her problem. I mean, it's probably not true that she's a racist, but the point is, it's not true that everybody who hates She-Ra is a man baby. Right. And it's like it's so easy to dismiss them by slapping an "ist" label on them, or calling them a baby in some way. And that's the thing is, nothing can be discussed, or you can't even look at points. You just have to immediately dismiss it because it doesn't agree with what you want. And it just it irritates me. But this whole dismissing all the women who hate She-Ra really pisses me off.
Well, you will probably not see an article on Anita Sarkeesian and her regressive racist tendencies on Vox or IO9 or any of those.
Right, because they'll protect that person.
Yep.
But, I say something and I'll be, lambasted all over the internet because how dare... Well, no, I'm not even going to acknowledge because I'm a girl with boobs saying that she doesn't look female enough, and that's not the narrative they want. It's all those man babies who are ruining Star Wars and everything else.
Yeah, so this is... Yeah, it's just... They're just dragging...
Fanboys. This is what I'm mad about.
Yeah.
Fanboys. Well, you know what?
Male tears. Like, come on. I mean, this is just, so...
Why do they care? Why do I care? I care because I watched She-Ra growing up. I care because they're going to want my money to pay for the subscription for my daughter to watch She-Ra. They're going to want my money to buy the toys. And I'm telling you right now, Mattel, I'm not buying those toys. I will buy the other toys. Let's look at that Gloriousness again. I will buy... Well, I already bought that toy. I'm a customer. I will buy that toy. I will buy the He-Man toys. I will buy that. Those are great. I will not buy figures from the She-Ra show on Netflix.
Yeah.
If no other reason than because, you instead of talking about it and looking at it and trying to understand perspectives, you guys drop this thing, and then immediately anybody who doesn't agree with you immediately start calling names and trying to make examples of with these articles.
Yeah.
Just like people didn't buy Star Wars. Look what happened to Star Wars, Mattel.
It's still, Hasbro's hurting. The toys are still in the clearance bin.
The clearance prices, no one's buying that.
I just want to look up...
At 50 cents, no one's still buying Rose figures. And I like the actress that plays her. It's nothing against her. It wasn't her fault the character was balls.
So, just a couple of things. Well, Mattel's profitable now. They were not doing very well for a while.
It says their rise might be short-lived, too.
And Mattel's, they're really hurting. Hasbro has definitely... taking the top spot in toy sales. Kids aren't really playing with Hot Wheels much anymore.
Barbie's kind of been dwindling.
Barbie's been dwindling. They stopped making Monster High, and now they're probably banking on.
Well, Monster High was keeping them going for a long time.
Much.
Oh, the Monster High with the super exaggerated girly bodies, boobs, and skinny waists, were the number one seller for the longest time. And you know what killed Monster High? someone over there at Mattel had the brain fart. I had some of those dolls. Had the brain fart that they were going to turn around and reboot her, or reboot Monster High, even though it wasn't really needing a reboot. And when they did, they got rid of several characters people liked, and they kind of just redid everything and changed it, and everybody hated it. And then it went,
yeah.
And that's what killed Monster High.
Well, and here's this. I think they could easily repeat. I mean, if they would bring back
that one.
He-Man and She-Ra, and even the He-Man, when they brought He-Man back in 2002, what killed that was
the toys.
Yeah, the toys, because the toys were great, but it was all He-Man and Skeletor.
Right, you had like one new figure per like 3 or 4 He-Man and Skeletors, and you couldn't find the toys.
So the scalpers were getting a hold of them, and it killed the line, because that's all you could ever find the toys, and they glutted the shelves. It wasn't just like they had a new, like the original line, they would have a new He-Man and Skeletor every year, and they'd still keep the original He-Man and Skeletor, but then they would bring out like a new version, like Thunder Punch He-Man or whatever. But the new line was like every wave they had like a new He-Man and Skeletor,
and it just it destroyed. I was so mad because they were going to bring She-Ra back then, and it was going to be a good She-Ra, and they canceled it because no one wanted it. And so I don't know what they think they're doing now, but okay. What we want are the dolls that you showed that are awesome.
Well, they're saying that Mattel may be looking at larger than expected loss in the second quarter. If they're banking on new She-Ra...
Well, they're not showing anything, so do they have anything for new She-Ra?
I think they're waiting to see how the show does.
Well, they did that with Voltron. They waited for a while before they brought anything out. It was at least one season of Voltron out for a while before they brought toys out, which I'm looking at a Voltron right now, which we bought that because it was good. Yeah, we did,
because the show's actually good. Yeah, they might be waiting, because, again, the original He-Man and She-Ra were toy commercials, and... the toys were out before the cartoons came out, and in this case, Mattel might be sitting back being like, let's wait and see how people react to this before we dump all the money into...
Well, that's what they did with Voltron. They didn't do the toys until a while, and it was Playmates, but they didn't do the toys until a while after the show was out, because I think they wanted to make sure that people liked it before they spent money on it. So I don't know if that's what Mattel's doing here too, but
I don't know, it's just odd that we're not... I mean, I just think it's odd we're not seeing any indication of any toys. We did not see a trailer at Comic-Con, which would have been the perfect place to drop it.
I know. I wonder if they had one, but then after the backlash. But Comic-Con would have been the perfect place to do it, because that's where their fanboy suck-ups are,
And...
Oh, no, actually not. There's a lot of people who are against She-Ra.
Yeah.
That would be at Comic-Con.
So they haven't posted anything on the official Facebook page since they dropped the images. And we're only 4 months out, so that's not a good.
Well, they made the box art their main picture. Like, don't look at the stuff below. Look at this. It looks like, oh, look, it is a girl. I swear, it's a girl. Someone did a picture of Thor earlier, and I was like, is that? Oh, new She-Ra's looking great. And I'm like, oh wait, that's Thor. No, I knew it was Thor. I was a smart ass.
So, should we wrap this one?
Yes, I just want to go on record as saying that doll is Catra. It is a cliche anime girl. I have that She-Ra. I already have her. Cliche anime girl. I do like the two-tone eyes. I will give them that.
Yeah, two-tone eyes.
That's a pretty cool touch. Cliche animal cat girl. And then we have real Catra, which is right here.
Needs to be made. Oh, right here.
Right there. That's Catra. And, please do the hashtags. Tell Mattel. Hashtag we want more She-Ra. I'm going to do them myself, but I'm going to say we want more She-Ra, and I'm going to put vintage She-Ra, old She-Ra, how you want to say it.
Yeah.
The original She-Ra. We don't want this shit-Ra.
Yeah, you want to get shit-Ra. Is that what you're going to call her? Shit-Ra.
Shit-Ra.
If you're not a fan of the new designs, honestly, just hashtag tell Mattel, because they're apparently looking for customer feedback.
And Mattel, if you're still going to go through with doing the new She-Ra show, okay, great. Go to Twitter, look up some of the fan art, look at how they still look like a girl. Even though they might not have boobs, they still look feminine, and maybe think about doing that for your next season, where you make her actually look like a girl. Because if it turns out when she turns to She-Ra, because as Adora she looks like a girl, but then when she turns to She-Ra, she looks like a guy. So I'm like, how about you take some of those fan art pieces that are on Twitter, which I still love that. I love the new She-Ra. I'm going to show you people I'm doing fan art. And all your fan art's better than the picture they showed.
Yeah, I know. This is what people want. So male and female, this is what most people want. So.
I'm sorry. Well, no, that's not for you. It's not for me. It's for the people who agree with them.
Buffy's not for you, Anita. It's not for you. So shut up about Black Buffy. Anyway... We're going to wrap this one up. Subscribe to Clownfish TV for more pop culture news, rants, and gaming
and
videos.
hashtag Twitter, please.
Hashtag Twitter. Tell Mattel. We want more She-Ra. Yeah, we'll keep you updated on the She-Ra situation. We'll probably check it out when it premieres.
I don't know if I will, but you can.
Not having high hopes for it at this point. So.
And maybe it'll be good, and then it'll be like, okay, well, it's not bad, but she still doesn't like She-Ra.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine that a character called She-Ra looking like a she.
I don't even know what's up with.
Oh no, I'll get told I'm body shaming again because there are some manly looking women. Yes, there are manly looking women. I agree with that, but most women are not manly looking women. I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. Depends on where you go.
Where are you going? That most women look like dudes.
Don't ask.
Do I need to be concerned here?
Anyway, we're going to wrap this one up. Subscribe to Clownfish TV. Hit the bell for notifications so you'll know when we upload videos. And we will talk to you all later.
Bye.